Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first ever edition of Market Mind Meals with Mike. So, got this new idea, just came to me the other day, that maybe we could do a segment during lunch. Gets me on here a lot more frequently, a lot more able to answer your questions. I want to be here live, and I want to give you as much value as I possibly can. So what better way to do it during lunch break? So I'll be here. The intent is to be here for 15 minutes every day during my lunch break. So Pedro, welcome, man. And anybody that wants to go live with me, just click the request to go live button, and then we'll be able to chat one-on-one for a few minutes. Otherwise, you could always drop whatever questions that you have down in the comments below. That's always my number one priority. I want to help you guys. I want to answer what's most important to you. Otherwise, I'll be talking about a variety of things on here, whatever's top of mind, anything that's market related, anything that is a topic that keeps on coming to the surface, like today, for example. Process is something that keeps on coming to the surface for a lot of different traders. I was just coaching somebody, then we went through the entire trading process, and a process is different than the plan. Like a lot of people, they start and stop with the trading plan. Where am I going to get in? Where am I going to get out? How much I'm going to risk? And all that stuff is great. All that stuff is important. But you want to figure out what your entire process is going to look like. So what are you going to do regularly? What is the intent of your trades? If you are trading for a retirement, it's going to be a lot different style of trading than if you are looking to generate income or saving for a house or whatever it is. So you want to establish intent, and part of intent too is how frequently you want to touch this thing. For a little while, when I made the transition from a working full-time day job to trading full-time, I had started to day trade. So that way I thought that I could get more money rolling in that way, and it worked. But when I looked at fulfillment and what fulfillment means to me, and I highly recommend doing this exercise too, ask yourself, what does fulfillment look like for you? And then map it all out for your career, job, family, health, everything, and that will help guide you. So I did that exercise, and what I found was I wanted to give you guys more time. The thing that fulfills me the most is helping other traders, helping other people, helping you guys over that proverbial wall. And welcome everybody that's just jumping in. Bill, Bo, got the Apple Bo. Any questions that you guys have, drop them in the comments. But, what was I just saying? Oh yeah, so to go back to process and fulfillment, so important to seek fulfillment, and then that will guide your trading. So if trading is the number one thing for you, great. Then you'll be able to design a trading process around being a full-time trader, day trading, whatever it is that you want to do. If trading is secondary and you're doing it for extra income, for retirement, for whatever, but it's not your number one, then you could design a trading process around that too. That way it fits into your life. The trading can fit into anybody's lifestyle. It's just a matter of figuring out how. That's one of the reasons why I do what I do. When I started trading, I started trading like 20 years ago, and over the years I eventually there was a lot of trial and error early on. When I finally got to the 10-year mark, I found this group called the Investors Business Daily Meetup Group, and they met in New York City. That was the first time that I actually had a set of mentors. I went to that group regularly. They met once a month. They still meet, and now I'm one of the organizers of that group. But back then, I took all the knowledge that I was getting every single month, and they would meet for 3 hours every month. After a year, I went back to those guys and I started to show them what I was doing and how I mapped out and how I applied everything that they were doing. And it was run by a hedge fund manager and run by 2 or 3 other traders that were trading full time. That was their income. And they were so impressed with what I was doing that they wanted to incorporate some of what I was doing. And then that struck me, like, why the hell would these guys want to incorporate what I'm doing? I'm just like some guy in the audience. But the reason why is because I was able to take what they were doing full-time and make it more efficient to where I was able to do it part-time. So take bits and pieces and make it work for me and come up with my own process. So that's a part of what I want to help you guys with. There's so much written on trading, and it's amazing. But the vast majority of it is written by full-time traders from the perspective of a full-time trader, not really taking into account part-timers or people with other different aspirations or goals or how it might work for you. So I want to help you get over that hump, because a lot of people get to that wall, they smack into it. I smacked into it, but I was able to climb over the wall and get to the other side. I want to help people do that, and that's why I'm here. So let's talk about any of that stuff. Let me know what questions you have. Alex is in the room. Welcome, Alex. Alex said lifestyle versus trade style. That's pretty much. I think that it's both, right? So it's not. I think that it's incorporating your trade style or looking at your lifestyle, and then seeing what kind of trade style resonates with you and how can you make it work into what it is that you want to do. So the first trader that I found that really, really resonated with me was William O'Neill. He's the guy that founded Investors Business Daily, and he came up with this methodology called Can Slim. Basically, he looked at all the historical stocks that went up 500, 1,000% or more, and tried to find what were the common traits among those, because history and success leaves clues. So he found that, and I love that process. It really resonated with me. He was trading full time, and it was difficult for me to work that into what I wanted to do. And later on, I found out that because I had certain goals, it was difficult for me to implement his process and hold through a 30% drawdown in a base to see it ultimately run higher. So I needed to tweak a lot of different things. But one of the big things that I needed to tweak to make it work for me was making his style fit into a part-time style. And so I started reading other things, and eventually I came upon this book called How I Made $2 Million in the Stock Market by Nicholas Darvis. And that guy became one of my trading heroes as well. He was not a full-time trader. This is a guy that made the stock market work while being a full-time ballroom dancer, traveling the world, and was still able to do all of his homework at nights, on weekends, and this is before the internet. This is when he would just get a telegram. He would get a telegram with stock quotes on it. He would look up like different price, and he would chart out himself. He would write out the charts by hand, and then tell his broker, buy at X price. If it falls below here, then sell, and don't bother me at all during the trading day, because I don't want to know. I don't want that noise coming into my head. So what he did was he developed a process where all that outside noise would just bounce off of him like a shield. And he was able to focus on the thing that was working for him. And it's like 1% or 0.5% of all the information that you could look at. That's all he's interested in. That's all you need to be interested in. That's how you make the point. You need that pinpoint to be able to get to where you want to go. And it's just as simple as taking an afternoon and sitting down and writing your process out. Not writing out the process of where you're at. Well, where you're at right now, that's fantastic. But what I would encourage you to do is write the process that you want to move toward, right? Because we're interested in progress. So why not write out the one that you're interested in having? Then from there, part of it is going to be building in how often are you going to review this thing? The market is always giving us feedback. So we have our process, we execute on our process. Market might tell us this part works, this part doesn't. We're going to get feedback either way, and then we take that feedback and evolve and continue that again and again and again, and that's how we cycle up. Let's see. Alex also says, if someone is day trading, how would they know if it's best for them to swing trade? I think the market would tell them. The market would tell them both in their results and also how they feel. How they feel during day trading or swing trading is important. You'll feel a certain proclivity to one or the other. You'll feel certain stresses. That's your body giving you feedback. And as you are journaling, and so this is part of the reason why journaling is so important, and one of the reasons why I advocate having a template. I have this template here called the Trade Tracker. You're welcome to use this. If not, download it and scratch out whatever you don't like and make it your own. But it's good to have a template that you can use. You could get this one at marawealth.com/tracker. But it's good to have a template that you follow, so that way when you're journaling out all your trades, they're all going to be laid out in the same order, and it'll be that much easier to go and flip through your binder or whatever it is that you're keeping it and see how things pop out. You'll start to see different patterns, and you'll be able to make adjustments that much more easier. That's one of the hacks that I was able to figure out for myself that those hedge fund managers and other full-time traders wanted to adopt for me. Let's see. Roxy, welcome. And Alex, you're welcome. So, any other questions about trading or about anything else? I spoke a lot about the trading process. I'm going to be looking to do this segment every single day, including weekends, for just 15 minutes a day. And if we go a little bit longer, that's okay too. But the idea is to come on, talk to you guys, whatever's top of mind, but to most importantly, answer your questions. So whatever you have, drop them down in the comments. If you want to chat live with me one-on-one, click that request to go live button, and I'd be more than happy to bring you in. So, unless if there's any other questions right now, I think that will be a wrap for what is going to be called, let me make sure that I say this right, Market Mind Meals with Mike. 4 M's. Fantastic. Anyway, love you guys, and I'll see you back here again tomorrow. Peace out.